For the non-tenable hallway stretch, we're going to take 3 firefighters to the floor beneath the fire floor. Each of them is going to be equipped with one New York bundle of 2.5-inch hose. We're going to use a single drop point, and we're going to lay down those bundles in a manner that allows the male and the female couplings to be adjacent to each other and be connected quickly. Once they're laid, we're going to split up. One firefighter is going to investigate that floor to make sure that we're on the right apartment line and make sure we're using the proper stairwell. We can send one firefighter up to the floor above to make sure that we are on the right floor, and then we'll send the standpipe firefighter over to the standpipe. He's going to investigate that standpipe thoroughly, looking for trash and debris and rust in it, and then we're going to open up that standpipe and try and completely flush it. Obviously we can't flush it in this situation because we started spraying the high-dollar camera with water, so we just kind of got a little bit of a bleed there. We're going to hook up that 2.5-inch line using our inline gauge, and we're going to cinch it down. That standpipe firefighter has got one more job, but for the duration of the fire event, they're going to be locked into that standpipe, maintaining proper operating pressures at that nozzle. The 2 firefighters have returned from their search, and they're going to begin building that 150-foot pre-connect. So we're going to remove the strap off of our middle bundle, and we're going to hook up the male and the female to both. This can be done simultaneously and relatively quickly. Once those 2 connections are made, we're going to leave that attack bundle with the nozzle strapped in, and the firefighter number 2 with the middle bundle is going to take the furthest most section and the midpoint, leaving half of the New York bundle on the floor below. We're going to take that midpoint up to the landing in between the attack floors, and that should pay out just perfect in most buildings. As we're advancing the hose, we want to try and keep that hose on the exterior of the stairwell to reduce our pinch points and also reduce our trip hazards for crews that are going to be coming in behind us to help us advance the line. That standpipe firefighter is going to do a midpoint step through. He's going to flake that hose out, and that way we'll have no kinks on the fire floor, and the couplings will usually end up somewhere around the doorway. Now that we're at the point of attack, we've got 50 feet on the standpipe floor, 50 feet on the stairwell, and now we're going to take this 50 feet, grab the midpoint, do a step through, and we're going to advance that up to the landing above. We're going to flake that out so that we minimize our kinks, and it should be, using gravity, a more mechanical advantage to advance that hose into the fire floor. This is very simple to be laid with 3 firefighters, but in reality we're going to need 6 firefighters once it's charged to advanced. The standpipe operator is going to maintain his position at that standpipe, watching the gauge. The standpipe operator is going to go ahead and charge up that line, knowing that the static pressure is going to be higher than the residual once we start flowing. We're going to go ahead and flow that line before we make entry to the fire floor, dial in that pressure with the nozzle open. That way we can take into account any PRVs or any other devices that are in line. Open the door, flow into the gas, and advance to the seat of the fire. As the line is advanced, we should have the first arriving truck and the third arriving engine providing additional support, knowing it's going to take at least 6 firefighters to advance to charge 2.5-inch line to the seat of the fire.